one or the other, a series where we take variants from any class and see if they either live up to or exceed expectations, or are below par and not worth the time and effort. Today's episode is one that has been requested on multiple occasions and thus shall now be covered, from the critical blows of the Agent P to the swift justice of the Law P. Who will come out on top? Let's get started. Both the Agent P and Law P are variants of the Pea Shooter class and can be obtained through opening sticker packs. Starting things off with Agent P, who only has 100 health to boot, and his primary weapon is of a semi-automatic silencer that can be fired at up to 275 rounds per minute, with 12 ammo per clip and a 1.5 second reload. Each shot fired can deal 15 damage normally and is just flat out doubled on critical hits at 30 damage. The weapon does drop off a little bit at range, going down to 10 damage for a normal hit and 20 for a critical hit. Agent P does not have any splash, and the projectiles fired travel extremely quickly. We then have the Law P, whose style of play depends on the player's preference. His weapon can fire as fast as the trigger is pushed at up to a maximum of 800 rounds per minute, so it can be used either with discipline at a distance or mashed quickly if at point blank range. The weapon only has 6 shots per clip with a 2-second reload. Each shot fired can deal 20 damage normally and 24 for a critical hit, though it does drop off significantly, going down to 12 damage normally and 14.4 for a critical hit. The projectiles fired travel rather quickly, and much like Agent P, he does not have any splash. Now when comparing the two, both have their strengths in some scenarios and weaknesses in others. For Agent P, the main selling point is his ability to land double damage on critical hits. This allows him, if the player is skilled enough, to effectively steamroll almost every class in the game at next to all ranges, needing as little as 7 headshots in rapid succession just to kill an all-star or SB up close. And even without landing critical hits, his damage output is still relatively high. The fast projectiles also makes the weapon much more reliable at mid to long range engagements than most other Pea shooters, and although the 2 extra ammo might not add up to much, they do occasionally come in handy, though the lack of splash and the reward of landing headshots does make both his skill floor and skill ceiling significantly higher than most variants, and you will have to be precise with your aiming skills. Additionally, you will need to be careful with picking fights, as the 25 health penalty means that ambushes can kill you a lot quicker, and certain abilities will be able to instantly kill you, whereas other variants would survive. Z-Mechs are also going to be quite problematic, since you cannot headshot them, and Gatling won't be able to save you from as much due to your aforementioned low health. We then have Law P, whose primary weapon is rather flexible in how it can be used, either at range with careful timing between shots, or while firing the whole clip when at point blank range. This actually gives Law P the potential to have one of the fastest kill times in the game against lower health classes, with imps and scientists being especially susceptible in being able to be killed in less than a second. Though his primary is rather poor at range in terms of damage output, and higher health opponents will require you to reload due to your small clip of 6. Much like Agent P, he does not have any splash, so his skill floor and ceiling will be noticeably higher, and you will also have to pick your fights carefully, since if you either completely miss your volley or if they have too much health, reloads can potentially be fatal. It's essentially a choice between: do you want to play as a variant that can inflict double damage on headshots and melt most classes but has a lower health pool and relies heavily on a player's ability to aim? Or do you want to play as a variant whose weapon can potentially near instantly kill lower health classes but struggle against higher health ones? This is the first time within this series in that, in my honest opinion, I am undecided as to which is better. Agent P has potential with his double headshot damage, whilst Law P has potential with his high burst capabilities. It can honestly go either way in who would win this debate. Be sure to come back for the next episode in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more shit like this. Have fun.